We get a lot of calls on our website regarding our shade cloth, the difference between the knitted and the woven shade cloth, and hopefully this video will explain a little bit to you on the differences in the grades, the percentage, and a little bit of general knowledge that you might need to make a decision to what to purchase. Now we do have the knitted shade cloth, black knitted. It's just like the name implies, it's a knitted version of the shade cloth. I'm going to start with the 30. We have it from 30% to 90%. The 30% version, as you see here, that's a 30% knitted, black knitted. And a 40% black knitted. There's your opening size. Then our 50% black knitted. The next one will be our 60% black knitted. And the next one will be our 70% black knitted, as you see here. 80% black knitted. And our 90%. This is the maximum amount of shade that we provide in knitted shade cloth, 90%, as you see here. And we also have colored shade cloths in our knitted shade cloth. We have the green. This is used a lot for privacy fence, windscreen, and it's a very good popular color that we have. And the next one we have is the tan. This is also a very popular color for gazebos, pergolas, and what have you. The next one we have is the ultra red. And we have the blue, ultra blue. And our next one is our 50% white. Now let me hit on these real quickly. Now even though these are marked at 50%, 60% or what have you, they only make one grade in these colored shade cloths. So the colored shade cloth is about equivalent to, like, let's take a 70% and a 50% white. There's not a lot of difference as you see here. So if these are actually marked at a certain percentage on the colored shades, they're probably equivalent between a 75 and 80% in the black, which is the industry standard. So since they sell one, it's usually a high grade for a people shade, livestock, something of that nature. They use a lot of this in the sale around on sports bars, or even on the boats back here that we have. They use a lot to cover. It's so flexible and so light that they can drape it over their boats, provide shade very easily. It's a very easy shade to work with. It's a great shade cloth. And another great advantage of the knitted shade cloth would be that it will not unravel. If you were to cut a hole in this material, or punch a hole in this material, I'm doing the scissors, you notice here that it won't go any farther. That's the greatest thing about this material. It's easy to deal with. You can always take a zip tie and cut it back up if you have to punch a hole in it or something, what have you. But let me go on to the next shade cloth that we have, which is the woven shade cloth. Now here's the problem that we have with the woven shade cloth. If you punch a hole in it, you start having these little strands that go all over the place. So it's interwoven, with each other. So here's an 80% woven, 73% woven, 63% woven, 55% woven, 47% woven, and a 30% woven. Now let me tell you what I like about the woven shade cloth versus this. It lays out really, once you put a finish on it, it lays out very nicely. It has a nice finish to it, like this. And speaking of the material, that if you customize a material, you'll have these reinforcement tape all around the perimeters of the shade cloth for strength. This gives you your pull. This is where your strength is on the shade cloth. This material is about like a seatbelt material, about the same width. It's folded over the edges and double sewn for strength and longevity. And these grommets we press in here are pressed with a machine. They're pressed wherever you may specify on a custom piece. 1 foot, 16 inches, 2 foot centers, what have you. But normally, even though you don't specify, we place 3 in the corner. Because of this pull, you might have a certain pull, angle of a pull on the shade cloth to get the wrinkles out of it. So experience has told us to always put 3 here, because you might not want to hook here. You might want to hook here or here to straighten it out. So In any size that you want. We have we customize any size that you may need. And if you have an irregular shape like a triangle or something like that, you normally have to send us in a drawing or a sketch, and we go by that sketch. We don't go by what, well, it's about this or about that. You got to give us specifics on it, and we'll go by your drawing or what have you. Unless it's a standard shape, say you want a 10 by 20. That's pretty simple. But some of these people request different kinds of things, especially on the colored shade cloth, where they're doing a project around their home or around their commercial business or what have you. And now the other advantage with this knitted shade cloth that we're talking about is that it's like a do-it-yourself material. We offer these little clippets that take the place of the grommets. These clippets are black with prongs on them, and they got two hooking positions in it. And this is right here has got a hole in the center and the one in on the side of it. Now for strength, you might want to double this over. And use it. As such. You can see the strength you have on it. Now, I didn't really actually put this on here correctly, but it has all the pull that you need. When you double it over, you have two materials to grab a hold of. And if you want to end of the season, you want to put it up, take a screwdriver, bring it back, pull it back out, put it back up, and you're good till next year. If you have any questions on any of this shade cloth, any of our custom pieces or what have you, just give us a call on our toll-free number. We'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you.